What is cost management? Cost management is the subject related to the process of effectively planning and controlling the costs involved in a business. It is the most challenging task in the business management. There are many matters that need to be considered in order to reach the objective of minimizing costs and maximizing profit. For these cost management assignments, our group are focusing on food manufacturing sector. After doing some research about a food company that is located around Kuala Lumpur, we came up with one company that we think suitable for our group assignment, that is Vias Food Sdn Bhd. An interview has been conducted with the general manager and an official spokesperson, Madam Hayati Taib. She have gave us precious information related to the company's cost management. So, based on the interview, we able to collect some information regarding the company, such as the product costing system, the spoilage management, the management of accounting for materials, accounting for labors, and accounting for overhead, and also some evaluations and recommendations. Okay, so stay tuned and we will discuss more in detail about the company cost management after this. Okay, first, let's look at the background of the company and its product. Vias Food Sdn Bhd is one of the companies that are still making their way to become one of the famous food manufacturers in Malaysia. Previously, Vias brand is owned by Muhajirin Holdings Sdn Bhd, but because of some complications since 3 years before, Vias Food Sdn Bhd have taken over Vias brand. The current managing director is Puan Hayati Taib, that has held the position since Vias has took over the Vias brand, that is since 2015 until now. The company headquarters is located at Kuala Lumpur, while its factory is located at Seremban Negeri Sembilan. Vias is Vias Foods brands with high quality product, halal, made in Malaysia, and is prepared food with all purpose ready to use, purees, herbs, and Malay ethnic food. Vias Puree form products include concentrated all naturals with enhanced vitamins and antioxidants formulations such as gulai, red chili puree, bentong ginger, kampung hot chili pepper, coconut, turmeric, lemongrass, and etc. Their products are available in many sizes and varieties packaging. Vias was originally created to serve the demands of Malaysians living overseas, for them to prepare Malaysian dishes in their foreign land. The decision to introduce Vias is also influenced by the Vias founder through his experience during her university life in United States of Malaysia and during her sweet memories of her childhood. At Vias, the motivation that they hold is to supply the high quality product, safe, and with affordable price. Vias brands, through its affiliates and support from Malaysian agency, has ventured into few countries through the exhibitions, consumer fair, promotional booth, and marketing missions. So now you have known about the background of the company and their product, and let's proceed with the product costing system.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurfan Shaina binti Abdullah, and today I'm going to talk about two things, which is first, the product costing system used by Vias Food Sdn Bhd, and also its accounting for labours. So basically, Vias Food Sdn Bhd has implemented the process costing to trace the cost. As mentioned before, Vias Food Sdn Bhd is a food manufacturing company where they produce homogeneous product and also in a mass quantity. As it is a homogeneous product, it is difficult and infeasible for them to allocate the production cost to individual units of output. So besides, the company produce their production in a mass quantity where they produce it by batch. For each batch, they will produce an amount of 80 kg of production, and after the production, they will move to the next stage, which is the bottling process. In the bottling process, they will divide the 80 kg of production accordingly into each bottle. Moving on to my second part of presentation, I'm going to talk about the accounting for labors of VS Food Sedia Berhad. So basically, VS Food has 4 departments, which is first, the sales and marketing department, second, the finance and also administration department, third one is the business development department, and also the last one, the R&D and production team department. So basically, the direct and indirect labor comes from the R&D and production team department. So basically, the remuneration methods of all of the laborers is not disclosed precisely to us, but from the data that we have obtained, we can see that all of the workers and also staff of the company have the same basic salary for each month. So besides from the basic salary, all of them have also given some incentive by the company, which is such as the overtime wages, contribution of EPF, and also SOCSO. So basically, the disclosure can be divided into two, which is first, for the direct and indirect labor, the disclosure for the other incentive will be disclosed under the manufacturing overhead cost, and meanwhile for the other staff and also workers, the other incentive will be disclosed as the period cost. Meanwhile, for the direct cost, it will be taken directly from the basic salaries of the direct labor. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Now, since we have briefly explained about the background of the company, the product costing that they use, and the accounting for labor, now we move on to the accounting for materials. So first of all, materials are the most essential factors to manufacture every product. Every company needs to manage their material efficiently in order to achieve their specific target. Thus, in the case of VS Sedia Berhad, their products are divided into two categories, which are purees and also ethnic food. All materials are purchased using natural traditional ingredients such as kantan, serai, garlic, onion, and etc. And all materials are purchased from selected suppliers from time to time. Since the company is a food manufacturing business, all material will be stored properly and safely in order to avoid defecting the items. Then, the material will be mixed and cooked in a pot by batches by producing 80 kg of each categories in every production to maintain the freshness of the ingredient used. Normally, the cost will be depend on the percentage of the defect product. If there are at least 10% of the defect material detected, all material will be rejected, and the cost will be considered as an expenses of the company, and it will be called as abnormal spoilage. VS Sedia Berhad use first in first out method to calculate their inventories since they are in the food industry. Therefore, they restock their inventories based on top-up production, which means they will estimate the amount of the product that they need to be produced, and at the same time, the production of each item will be based on the demand of the customers and the critical limit.
Is an indirect cost for direct material, direct labor, and the other indirect items are commonly combined into a single cost pool. In manufacturing firm, it is called manufacturing overhead or factory overhead. For example of manufacturing overhead include the depreciation of the factory, supervisor in the factory, electricity, and etc. Overhead costs have three types of allocation, which is volume-based costing, departmental-based costing, and activity-based costing. For volume-based costing, it allocates overhead from a single cost pool, while for departmental-based costing, it allocates overhead to production department, and from production department, they transfer to the product. And the next, for the activity-based costing, it allocates overhead to production activity, and then from production activity, they transfer to the product. Based on our interview, we found that various companies use the activity-based costing as a cost calculation method for overhead. They use this method because their company use different cost driver for different products due to the different amount of the cost. Actually, this method capture more accurately the usage of the resources by the different product. So it will provide more accurate product cost. Therefore, various company they prefer more this method. So in the business, the allocation method for overhead cost is very important to determine the exactly product cost. If the method doesn't allocate the true amount of the product cost, the product cost per unit will be wrong and could result in management making a wrong decision.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now that you already know briefly about the company, what does the company produce, as well as the accounting for material, labor and overhead, now it's time for us to move on to another topic. Now, I would like to talk about the strengths and weaknesses that processed by the company. Bias Fruit Sdn Bhd is a company that is still new and fresh in the industry since the company was established not more than 15 years. The company previously was managed by the manager who wasn't able to handle the chaos occurred due to the lack of the knowledge and experiences in the business that somehow lead to the huge amount of losses and as well as making the performance of the company itself tumble. As a human being, we need to improve ourselves to be a better person by making some changes. So does the company. After making the changes in the top management as well as the manager, the company started to grow better eventually. So from here, we can see that the weaknesses faced by the company is that the manager failed to alert about the surrounding. In this situation, the company produced higher quantity for a product that has lower demand and vice versa. As a manager, we should be more alert in our business circumstances or surrounding in order to avoid making mistakes and to reduce losses. And as a manager also, we should humble ourselves to seek for knowledge or advice from other people that can benefit us in the future. Besides, the company is still small and not much of advertising. So as a suggestion, the company can use popular media social such as Facebook and Instagram to widen their promotion and advertising. And also they can use television channels such as Wanita Hari Ini, Malaysia Hari Ini and many more to increase their production and to increase their popularity. So now let's move on to the strengths that possessed by the company. Based on our analysis, the company is using FIFO method, which is first in, first out, as their process costing system. So this company is using this system because this is the most suitable system that can be used since the company is producing a purees. In order to make sure that the quality of the raw material is secure, clean and fresh, and also to make sure that all the product produced are to be sold. The company is selling the product in the supermarket such as Tesco. In the production, the company came out with two policies, which is 5% defect and 10% defect. For 5% defect, the company will check all the products back if there is 5% defect. While for 10%, if there is 10% of defect, all the product produced will be not sold, and all the costs incurred will be recorded as normal expenses. Besides, the good thing about the company is that they are promoting Malaysian product to the outsider. They are using Malaysian herbs and spices such as turmeric, lemongrass and galangal as their raw material in making the purees. From here we can see that they are very creative, not because they are not just making one product but a many products. And also they are selling the product to many countries such as Korea, Japan, United Kingdom, Europe and many more. In a nutshell, we can see that Vias Food Sdn Bhd have managed their cost of production in a proper and efficient way. This can be proved by the way they handle the cost related to the material, labor and overhead. They adopted an appropriate management method that related to their business nature. And lastly, in overall, this project is very beneficial for us as an accounting student because it enables us to understand the concept of the cost management in the context of the real world situation instead of learning in the class merely. Apart from that, we also gain a lot of input from the managers such as the motivation and also the challenges that they face throughout their career. And from that, we can improve our soft skills in many fields.